Just pure QB capability. You feel he's better?
Mahomes is better than Peyton. The arm talent, the talent itself is better than Peyton's. Championships, he's orchestrated more than Peyton, right?
Welcome back. Another episode of Unbiased Sports Talk. We got our man Mo, Coach Mills in the building. So, fellas, let's hop right into it. Don't want to waste any time. We got some good running backs in the league, and our boy Derrick Henry has been balling. One of the top running backs that we've seen in recent time for us has been Adrian Peterson. So I want to get you guys' thoughts and think of who you feel is the better running back that you feel as far as Derrick Henry right now and what we've seen from Adrian Peterson in his prime.
It's gonna get spicy. That's spicy now that you mention it. Ooh. I mean, I think Derrick Henry's I think his last 6 years has been it's been incredible. His last 6 years has been super incredible. That's super impressive. Like a pinky toe kept him away from having 2 consecutive 2,000-yard seasons. He came back the next year after that and had 1,500 yards, and they thought it was a downfall. And then last year he ran for 1,100 because they was trying to contract his way out of Tennessee. You know what I mean? And now he has 1,070 something rushing yards going into tonight's game. He already surpassed 1,000 yards for the season in 9 games. And December football is coming. It's just going to continue to be tough sledding. And then Lamar's going to start to pop some of those RPOs, and then now you got two-way hell. I mean, two-way hell. It's impressive what Derrick Henry's doing, and he's over 30. He hasn't suffered a major injury like Adrian Peterson that had come back from. But I think Adrian Peterson is the more dynamic running back. I'll say that. But Derrick Henry, I'm gonna take Derrick Henry just for the argument's sake. I know where Ron's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm going AP.
I knew that. We wasn't about to agree tonight.
Yeah, I'm going AP. I'm only going AP because of the time of ball. I feel like the time of ball, AP had it a little bit harder. Derrick Henry, the past 5 to 6 years, you can say he's been playing in the passing area. So there's a lot of guys back there. They're a little light back there when it comes to defense. You're now seeing strong safeties playing linebacker. Back in the day, you wasn't really seeing that much. We had 2 guys playing linebacker. So mine's short and easy. I'm going AP.
I mean, it's no wrong answer to that. I think King Henry's dominance over the last 6 years is nothing short of amazing. I think
no question.
You know what I mean? They tried to discount him each time because he's so big and yada yada. But they tried to make Saquon a better running back than him. They've tried to make Christian McCaffrey a better running back than him, which Christian McCaffrey in another argument is. You know what I mean? But generally, when you think of the running back, you talk about a rusher. He's been that. He's been dominant. He's been consistent. Last year was an aberration at 1,100 yards at over 30 years old. That's insane. You know what I mean? So, I don't take nothing away from him. I know AP is the more dynamic one. AP is the one that the builder and a creative player. Creative player with all the skills that he had and what he could do after man. So there's no wrong answer, man. Derrick Henry, they different. They different in their own ways, but they each is dominant in their own time.
Yeah, and like you said, Derrick Henry can stay healthy. He's definitely going to be in the running, one of the best running backs.
Yeah, outside of that one injury, man, he was about to put another 2,000 on it. That'd have been 3 times. Imagine when he achieved it this year. Imagine when he achieved it this year. That'd have been 3 times in a career.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time I look at Derrick Henry, I think about the movie Troy and Achilles. I was like, yeah, that's Achilles.
Crazy.
The dude looks invincible.
Since you brought it up, obviously we all love running backs, but it definitely is a pass-heavy league right now. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on who you feel wide receiver wise is close to, or you might feel on par with Jerry Rice, one of the
I'll go.
all-time greats.
I'll go. No one close and no one on par. No one.
Nobody. Has anybody in recent years come close, you think?
We talking about today's game, or we talking about
Just
2024?
today's game, I would say 2010 and up. So about the past 15 years or so.
Oh, then we got to consider guys like T.O. and Randy Moss. But then that's about it.
That's about it. Okay.
My bad. Larry Fitzgerald. My bad. Guys like Larry Fitzgerald.
I was about to let you have it, boy.
My bad. I forget about Larry Fitzgerald. But we're talking about 2024, coming into 2024 or 2024. No matter how you want to cut it, nobody
active wide receivers.
Nobody. Not even close. Nobody.
Mo, what you think?
I'm a push back on that.
Of course,
I'm gonna say there's two. Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Not from the argument of what's that, but like from the argument of the fact that they started their careers out with over consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Like, the consecutiveness of it. So like in order to catch Jerry Rice or be Jerry Rice, you're gonna have to rack off a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like 6 to 8, 10-year run where like you're putting up some great numbers. And I picked Jamar Chase especially because he has a caliber of quarterback similar to Jerry Rice having the caliber of quarterback he had in Montana, like a really, really good quarterback, not just a guy. Like Joe Burrow's like, give or take whoever you're arguing with, second or third best quarterback in the league, I mean, I'm not getting into that argument tonight. I'm just saying that's the level of quarterback that he is. And Joe Montana was, of course, as we learned, a Hall of Fame level quarterback. So that's why I said those two, because of the consistency over the beginning of the course of their career. Like Jerry Rice started his career with a 900-yard season, but, he had the dropsies that year. And then he came back and he went on this tear for like 6 to 8 years.
This is where I got a bone to pick with you because you do see. I'm trying to get you ready for Stephen A. Smith. You're forgetting a stat, which is touchdowns. Like the dude Jerry was racking touchdowns. Forget the yards.
I understand.
He was racking everything.
I know. So that's why I picked Jamar Chase rookie year. He had like 15 touchdowns.
He reaching. Look at him. He reaching.
I mean, this is one of those questions that you kind of, nobody, right now, obviously, to Hall of Fame career of Jerry Rice, nobody's on par with that.
Nobody can do that, but so you have to. The way I'm arguing it is that the trajectory, like the start of it, because they're so young.
Yeah.
Because they're so young, like Mike Evans has 10 years, but Mike Evans doesn't play the same kind of game. You know what I mean? Like Mike Evans is not the same caliber of receiver, so like he's already out. But he has the longevity that it would take. But like even in his longevity, there was never those wow seasons with crazy numbers. You know what I mean? Like you have to have an 1,800-yard season, 16. You have to have those. Like that's how Jerry racked off those years.
So who would y'all consider the best receiver in the game right now? Out of the active players.
I will hear anybody's argument for Tyreek. I'm picking Justin Jefferson. So I'm picking Justin Jefferson because it's been every year before last year when he got hurt was incredible. Like it was increasing. It was like 1,400 one year, 1,600 one year, 1,800 one year. Then last year he was on pace for. He had 1,007 games last year, and he missed 7 games. He had close to 1,100. So that's 4 years out the gate that he came out. He catches touchdowns. He has the receptions. He gets the yards. The gameplay is there. Like he's it for me.
I would say Jamar. I would say Jamar because one, because of the quarterback he got, and then two, Jamar is the type of guy where you throw him 5 or 6 catches, he gonna spring one of them. I don't feel that way with Justin Jefferson. But there's no knock to Justin Jefferson though. No, Justin Jefferson is arguably 1A, 1B. We're talking about 1A, 1B right now. So
yeah,
I mean,
you can't argue the numbers.
I'm just arguing it from a number.
I'm not arguing the numbers. I'm not arguing the numbers. I'm not arguing the numbers.
But yeah, I know you're talking about this the ability, pure reception ability out of the receiver.
I mean, I think Justin Jefferson pops a lot of passes too. But I get where you're going, Ron. I get where you're going. The electricity that Jamar Chase has.
Because but the question when we talk about no, sorry, not the guys we talk about. The question was who's the closest to Jerry Rice? Jerry Rice was the guy where you keep messing around, he gonna pop one of those off. He created yards after catch.
Then Jamar Chase is the closest.
So then you say Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is the closest.
Yes,
that's why I said those two for two different reasons, man. I picked Jamar Chase because he's kind of like the same stature. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He plays on the ground.
Mm-hmm. You know? But the only thing is, it's no fault of Justin Jefferson, Jamar's. It's just the way these defenses are now. It's very hard for these guys to get the type of numbers that guys like Randy and T.O. and Larry were getting. Like back then, and this is one thing. I know we got to hurry to get off this. This is one thing I came to terms with. Right, we are in a untraditional time when it comes to football versus traditional football. Back then, traditional football was me versus Mo. It's not like that no more. It's not where it's like, okay, Mo gonna go in motion, Mo gonna go move to the slot. Your number one corner is staying right here, and he's gonna follow as far as the other side, but he's not gonna go in the slot. And it feels like so many teams are doing these over routes now. So and I try to tell people all the time, an over route dog in the man concept is so hard to guard. No, thank you. No, thank you.
So speaking of your traditional,
the game evolves. You can't use the bar as the old guard. That's why those arguments are unfair.
No.
It's a different game. The game evolved. Like now they're putting people look at the Bengals even tonight. Like Jamar Chase is having a great season because they starting to move him around all over the formation. It's just the way football is now.
But I'm saying this though, right? When you were bringing up Jamar, let's use Justin Jefferson. You was bringing up Justin Jefferson. You brought up yards. In today's game, you could get yards, but back in the day, you could get touchdowns because back in the day it was more about one-on-one.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's why it's hard to go get Jerry right now.
I mean,
yeah, but defense also had more tools in there. They didn't have as many rules against them back then as well.
Dude, they moved strong safety to linebacker. like you got a dude down there now.
Man, get to the next topic, man.
Yeah, so you may not like this one, Mo, since this is also comparing different eras, traditional, I guess, in Ron's terminology, in modern QBs. So clearly, I think we all agree Mahomes is at the top of his game, one of the best in the league, if not the best we've seen in a while. But one of the best of yesteryears was Peyton. Would you say Mahomes is better than Peyton and will end up having a better career than Peyton?
That's a two-part question. Who going first? Me or him?
Mahomes is better than Peyton.
Just pure QB capability. You feel he's better?
Mahomes is better than Peyton. The arm talent, the talent itself is better than Peyton's. Championships, he's orchestrated more than Peyton. Right? He's not playing with two Hall of Fame wide receivers for the majority of his career or two All-Pro level kind of receivers at any level of his career. Peyton Manning played with Marvin Harrison on one side, played with Edgerrin James, another Hall of Famer. He played with Reggie Wayne, who's about to be another Hall of Famer. Dallas Clark was a really good tight end for him. Like Peyton always had weaponry. He always had weaponry. Peyton never didn't have weaponry. There was the Alex Gonzalez's of the world, the Austin Collies of the world. Like they were not perennials, but they were good players. right? Like Marvin Harris is a Hall of Famer, Reggie Wayne's a Hall of Famer. They played together. And then they had the time where Reggie Wayne was the guy. And then at the end, he goes to Denver. He has Demaryius Thomas, an all pro. Emmanuel Sanders 1 year, really, really good Pro Bowl type. So he had that caliber of receiver. But Mahomes has already won more championships. Mahomes is going to continue to, especially as Ron likes to tell me, passing era. He's going to get those seasons where he has 5,000 yards. He's going to accumulate the yards faster, right? He's going to accumulate the yards faster. He's had seasons where he's had 45 touchdowns, so he throws enough touchdowns on a year-to-year basis where, like, eventually he'll catch that too. And with the evolution of the passing game and they can, continue to give him some talent, like he should surpass Peyton's number. So I'm going to say that he's going to be a better quarterback than Peyton Manning at the end of it all. Because if it continues like this, imagine look what he's done in 7 years, but it's really 6 years. 3 Super Bowls in 6 years. If he continues on that trajectory, he's going to have 6 Super Bowls by 2042. I mean 2032.
You just give me a ring. Just let me know when it's my go.
It's your go.
There you go, Ron.
What was the question? The question you gave me a 2-part question. You said who's the better quarterback and who will end up having the better career, right?
Yep.
Who will end up having a better career? Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes will end up having a better career. Who's the better quarterback? It's Peyton Manning. This is why it's Peyton Manning. For starters, not too many people can sit here and figure out who was the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning, both at the Colts and at Denver. We're talking about a walking offensive coordinator. Oh, but we know who Mahomes guy is. Oh, we surely know. Now, this one thing, he did a media thing. That's why he got my chest all pumped up about this whole ring thing. We know for sure because we're not old. We're not taking no medicine. We go to bed at the proper time. We wake up at great times. Where majority of the Super Bowls he has won because of defense, not because of offense. Let's get that straight. So let's not give credit to a quarterback for offense when clearly.
Doesn't Peyton have 2 Super Bowls? Peyton had
I
2
would
Super
say,
Bowls,
and
right?
it's the same thing they said about Brady.
Didn't the Broncos defense win the Super Bowl?
But I'm not talking about
Didn't
Brady.
The Broncos defense win the Super Bowl?
Is it my turn?
With Peyton Manning when he couldn't throw the ball more than 10 yards.
One at a time. One at a time.
Next question.
One at a time. Go ahead, Ron. Finish your point.
I mean, I think it's simple enough. I gotta really, to be a better quarterback, I gotta see what Mahomes is without Andy Reid. There you go. Right now, I can't put him in that. I can't put him in the realm with a walking offensive coordinator like Peyton Manning.
But just from the eye test of what you see on the field.
Because he's more cerebral, he's better. Patrick Mahomes' talent beats him across the board. It's nothing that Peyton Manning does better than Patrick Mahomes physically.
Okay.
Right? So if there's nothing he does better than him physically, you're telling me Peyton Manning's mental is that far more superior than Patrick Mahomes? Because Andy Reid.
Let me hit you. Hold on.
Because the physical is 100-0. At least the mental we could say is like I'll probably give it 70-30 at best. Peyton Manning advantage.
Okay.
Let's hit you. Completely 100-0.
Let me hit you with this. I'm gonna put it 90-10. How often are you hearing about a quarterback who did it twice, where the third receiver has over double digits in touchdowns? He did it twice, and the person that you praised that was all pro, he was not all pro when that man was with that bum Tim Tebow. He was not. No one was over here talking about no Aaron Decker or no Demaryius Thomas as some Pro Bowl, all pro guys. They were talented receivers coming out, going to them. But that's besides the
case. Rookie playing with Tim Tebow. Like that's
Ron.
what you're reaching for, Ron?
Ron.
You reached that far in the bag for that BS?
Hold on,
That's
hold
the
on, hold on.
BS that you
I
pulled
got
out that the third
Mo.
receiver got 10 touchdowns.
Mo, hold on. I got one
That's what you
question. I
pulled
got a
out.
question for you, Ron. So if your argument is you feel Peyton is more cerebral,
Yes.
right? Offensive coordinator on the field,
Yes.
and that separates right now for you him being better than Mahomes.
Mhm.
I think most people have come to the conclusion that they believe Brady is all-time great, and they feel he's better than Peyton.
I agree.
Do you also feel that Brady's better than Peyton?
Yes.
Okay, and
I
why?
agree. Because numbers won't really reflect for Brady. It's more so the moments where he handled his business. Like if you think 2-minute warning, you're thinking Tom Brady.
Right.
Like, and that's where that part right there between
In
him
the Super, so winning moments, winning Super Bowls and in the playoffs is why you.
It don't have to be Super Bowls. It don't have to be Super Bowls. It don't have to be playoffs. It's to your
Well,
recollection.
winning moment. You remember those moments because they were doing playoffs and Super Bowls.
No, I mean I remember all the moments. They're not all correct.
Okay. Well,
What
the
I'm saying-
rest of us who don't remember all the regular season games remember playoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason I asked that is that not similar to Mahomes and what he's done currently? He's had winning moments, winning Super Bowls. What?
No.
Okay.
Because if you go
Mahomes
back,
came back from 28 down in the playoff game, bro.
Okay.
By halftime.
Because you're talking about two different type of offenses too, where you clearly see the creativity of Andy Reid getting these guys open. To most
Hold
point,
on.
right?
Okay. Question for you. Hold on.
I
On
don't
that point.
need creativity.
Hold on. On that point.